So I am answering industrial design questions as an industrial designer myself. And this first question from Instagram comes from J.A. Anders. And they ask, what do you feel is the area of design that designers most neglect learning or developing? And I think that's a really interesting question. And to be honest, I think the most neglected area of design, particularly within the last few years, as Instagram and social media has come to the forefront more and more, I think that design theory and design thinking has fallen by the wayside a little bit in favor of, the pretty final images and the final renders that we see so much on Instagram. And I don't think anybody is to blame for that change and shift, apart from maybe Instagram itself. But I think there is a direct trend that new people coming into the industry and new people finding design for the first time sees all of the pretty images and all of the final renders and just assumes, probably, through no fault of their own, that is what design is all about. And I was lucky enough to be in design education before social media really kicked off. Instagram as a design community sort of happened while I was in my second and final year. So, for the first 2 years of university, nobody really had an Instagram presence. Instagram was still just about posting pictures of coffee with a oldie worldy filter over it. So I managed to come into design understanding that it's all about theory and thinking more so than practical skills like rendering and modeling. Now, don't get me wrong, rendering and modeling, modeling things in CAD like SolidWorks or Shaper 3D, that's really, really important skill to have as a designer. But let's not forget that they're all tools, right? It's a tool that allows you to think and to put your thoughts into a physical form. So, like an example, a carpenter, they don't learn to use a chisel or a hammer and say, I'm proficient in using a chisel and a hammer. I think designers love to use the software and the skills that they have and claim that is their skill set, when actually it's just a tool that allows you to think and to put your thought process out into the real world. So I think, to come back to the question, which was what skill do designers neglect? It's all about theory. It's all about understanding thought process, understanding the theory of design, and also the theory of design that relates to business as well. I think this is like a part B to the answer. If I've said that part A, the answer is we neglect theory. Part B to that is that designers do not see themselves as part of a business. And I think business for designers needs to be taught more in university and in school. I was never really taught, or I never really paid attention to the business side of things. And I think that's negatively impacted me after I've graduated myself. The fact that, oh no, the camera's out of focus. Am I in focus? The fact that I'm on manual focus, so I think I need to I'm focused on this. So if I sit in line with that, I should be in focus. Also, I think the camera is only in 1080p, not 4K, which I normally post in. Anyway, that's all by the by. So I hope the video quality is good enough if I sit about here. Anyway, the point is that business and designers need to understand their role in companies as a whole, businesses as a whole. Throughout design education, we are students need to take on the whole mantra of every single employee of a business, through design research and, going out and interviewing people, business decisions like, this group of research said this group of research said this, so I'm deciding to go down this route. Money elements in terms of, R&D, like in university, a design student is a whole company in one. And when you graduate, it's not like that. There are different teams for different things, and depending on the size of the company. Sorry, I'm just being distracted. Not distracted, but I'm just double checking that the video is okay for everyone. Because, like I said, I'm trying out a new setup, and if it's not great, then maybe I need to go to the old setup. But let me know. Because I can maybe stop the stream and go to just using the webcam. I've set up my Sony camera as a webcam for the first time, just to try and get a bit more professional vibe going on. But if it's not working out, it's not working out. Anyway, so with all that being said, I think there's a lot to learn in terms of the theory and the business side of it. Now, I understand completely that the business and the theory side is a lot dry. It's very dry compared to the fun, exciting, shiny renders that we see on Instagram. And I really believe that that's why Instagram favors the renders so much, because it is so shiny and exciting to see all the concepts. Nobody's really thought of a good way to show theory and thought process visually online yet. So I understand that's the algorithms push more visual things and all of that. So I understand that might be why people only see the shiny things and think that is what design is. And in terms of going out and finding more things to do about business and theory, obviously reading is a good thing. So Dan Norman's The Design of Everyday Things. That's a book 101 to read. Disability Meets Design is another book that I loved reading. It has a lot about glasses and how glasses wearers over the years have changed from being prescribed these glasses that were, funded in the UK on the NHS, and you got to choose, just that one pair, and they were given to you. And then over time, they become a status symbol and a fashion symbol. And it was a really interesting book. So you can learn more about theory through traditional reading like that. There are also pages like The Future, which is slightly more digital design based and graphic design based. But you can check out a lot of business and theory things on that channel as well. So that's The Future without the E on the end. It's just the Future. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And if you want to become a more rounded designer as a whole, then becoming more versed in business and theory is really going to help out with that. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Keep a lookout for the other questions that I post with the answers soon. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. And if you learned anything in the video, do let me know down in the comments below, because I really enjoy hearing about it. And as always, I will see you all on the next video. Bye.